Welcome back, dear students. Today we shall discuss the lesson 1.3, the Cock and the Anthem. The Cock and the Anthem was written by O. Henry. O. Henry is the pen name of William Sidney Porter. He is a famous American short story writer. His stories reflect his own experiences that he had while living in Texas and in New York. His stories usually have an unexpected ending and a twist. Sometimes, we have planned something and we have determined to go by it. But when it comes to the execution part, suddenly something unexpected happens. It changes the entire scenario of it. There are a number of ironical situations in this story. Irony basically means that whatever you expect, the opposite of that happens in your life. This is what we can see in this chapter. Soapy is the main character in this story. He was a young man. He had left his home and parents. He became a vagabond. Vagabond means a person who roams without any job and without home. He spent his days alone in Madison Square. That's a name of a place. It was all right in summer. There were quite few others like him living there. Summer is okay. He will be able to survive by lying on the bench in the park. Now, after summer, winter will approach. Winter is fast approaching. Usually, winter is very cold and it's very severe in London. So he started feeling uncomfortable. He realized the need to find a comfortable place to spend the winter season. Like the rich people, he did not think of going to warmer regions outside the country because he is very poor and he had no money in his hand. He wanted to be in the prison on Blackwell Island for 3 months. There he was sure of getting food and a bed every night. He would be safe from cold wind and also from fear of the police. He had been to prison for a number of times during winter. Finally, he decided that prison would be the best place to spend the winter. So he decided to execute some plans to go to prison. For years, the Blackwell jail had been his winter home. So Soapy made some plans to get arrested. So he decided to do some petty crimes. Let us see what is his plan. The title of the lesson is Cock and the Anthem. Cock means the policeman. Anthem means the religious prayer. Now, here, Soapy wanted to be arrested by the Cock. But he failed in his attempt several times. He became desperate. At that moment, he happened to listen to a religious song from a church. When he listened to that melodious song, that beautiful melody, suddenly there was a transformation in him. But at that moment, a Cock came thinking that he is trying to loiter the church. He was arrested and confined in a jail. So that is about the title. Let us come to the lesson. Then the first thing what he thought as he would go to a very good or expensive restaurant, eat well, and when he is asked to pay, he would say he doesn't have money. So they will call the police and he would be sentenced by the judge and he would be imprisoned. That was his plan. So let's come to the lesson. See the first paragraph. See, Soapy left his bench and strolled out of the square and across the level sea of asphalt where Broadway and Fifth Avenue flow together. Up Broadway he turned and stopped at a luxurious cafe. So Soapy was sitting on a bench in a park. Broadway and Fifth Avenue are famous streets in New York. So Soapy walked in a casual way or in a leisurely way out of the square, which is the name of a place in New York, and he heads towards Broadway. Broadway is also the name of a place in New York, where he stopped near a luxurious cafe. Luxurious cafe means an expensive restaurant. Here, the best food and the best people with the best clothes visit every evening. Now see the next paragraph. Soapy had confidence in himself from the lowest button till to his winter island. So he decided to enter into the restaurant. He looks at himself and assured that he looks fine above his legs, and that will be enough for him to get an entry into the restaurant. So he believed that the part of the body that would be seen above the table looked alright, that is the part of his waist. He has great confidence in himself. His face was shaven, his coat was decent enough, and he was wearing a tie presented to him by a lady missionary on Thanksgiving Day. Missionary means a person who believes in religion and promotes Christianity. Thanksgiving Day means it's a religious holiday, means it is the fourth Saturday of November. There will be traditional meals and prayer on that particular day. So he was very confident that with all his attire, no one would have any doubt that he has some criminal background. He has ordered a roasted mallard duck, a bottle of wine and some cheese, a cup of coffee and cigar. What is a mallard? It is a kind of duck. Okay. So Soapy believed he could be successful in his mission without being suspected. So now he thinks the amount of the bill would not be a cause of worry for the management to take any drastic steps or severe action. Rather, he would have a delicious meal and he would be handed over to the police for not paying the bill. His stomach will be full and he will get a chance to go to his winter home. Winter home here means the Blackwell jail, the prison. So that was his plan. Now see the next paragraph. But as Soapy set foot inside the restaurant door, the head waiter's eye fell upon till the menaced mallard. I'll give the explanation of that. Here, frayed means tattered and torn. Decadent means old and worn out. But when Soapy is about to enter inside the restaurant, the head waiter notices his broken shoes and his torn clothes. He showed his hand and asked him to move out through the side door to avoid people viewing the scene, which could be a cause of embarrassment to Soapy and to others. This caused a threat to his menu, which he had planned, that is, to order a roasted duck mallard as he was thrown out. Now see the next paragraph. Soapy turned off Broadway to devised. Okay, ignoble means dishonorable. Soapy now turned off to Broadway. He felt very bad. as earlier he was on Fifth Avenue. Now he wishes to have a new plan to enter into the prison, as landing himself in a prison is not an easy idea anymore. It seemed that the most easy way to the island was not going to be true. He must found some other way. So his first attempt to get arrested failed. Here, now see, Soapy was not even allowed to enter the cafe because of his torn trousers and old shoes. The waitress quickly took him to the sidewalk without making any show of it. They did not bother to call the police and handled the matter strongly, which gave Soapy a hint that his road to the prison was not to be an easy one. Now see the next paragraph. At a corner of 6th Avenue, till twice successful. Twice unsuccessful. Now I'll give the explanation of that. Now he is planning for a second trick. For the second trick, he chose a shop. On the 6th Avenue, Soapy spotted an attractive looking shop which had flashing lights on the display. It had a very fine glass window with bright electric bulbs. Soapy picked up a big stone and threw it on the display glass with his full strength. As a result, the window cracked and all the people nearby came running for a look. Along with the people, a policeman also came. Soapy got so excited by looking at the cop. He thought finally his dream is going to be fulfilled. However, Soapy stood there with his hands in the pocket and smiled as the policeman arrived. Brass button here refers to the policeman, the uniform they wear. The policeman asked in an angry and troubled voice, "Where is the man who threw the stone?" Soapy admitted and confessed that he had done it. Soapy told, "I could be the one," with a friendly tone, as he thought the policeman will arrest him. But the policeman got confused and he refused to consider Soapy as an evidence and replied, "Men who commit crime don't wait to chat with the policeman. Rather, they begin to run away. He must have escaped from there." When the cop looked around, he saw another man running far away from the shop to the opposite direction to catch a car. The cop stopped conversing with Soapy and ran behind the man, thinking that he is the culprit. The cop doesn't understand the other man is innocent because Soapy by mistake proved himself innocent. The cop did not arrest Soapy because he, unlike a normal culprit, did not run away after committing the offense, but started chatting with the police. So he could not believe Soapy as a culprit. Now, the second trick also got in vain. Again, Soapy became disappointed. Now, the next part we can discuss in the next video. Please try to go through the textbook. While watching the video, keep the textbook with you and listen. Okay, thank you.